And for us, it's about, yeah, showing profitability and how what we do makes a difference and matters to that business.
So one of the ways that we've grown to the size that we are and maintain that is through existing clients. Not one of the ways, the main way. And a lot of it is about determining clients up front who are actually willing to be partners with you. And that sounds kind of markety, but the truth is that a lot of clients are, and especially in a hot market like this for Drupal talent, there are so many people out there that just want you for that one project, that one engagement, those 2 weeks around Christmas, that save my site because it's headed the wrong way kind of project. And those are not good clients. Those are clients that will use you for a week, a month, a year, take what you got and commoditize it. And at the end of the day, you will never grow a business that way. You will have to sell those clients over and over and over again. If you have a client who's willing to partner with you, they're a client who actually sees that you have a lot to contribute. They give you as much as you give them. It's a true partnership. They're enormously difficult to identify, to find, to nurture, to weed through. But once you get them, they will do more work with you because they truly value what you give them. One of the other sort of things that took me a long time to realize, I think it's relatively obvious, but it's just incredible how often people make this mistake. And I tell everybody on my staff all the time, don't talk about money. People always want to talk about money in these situations. If your project manager spends every day talking about the budget with the client and no time talking about what they're actually doing, then all you're doing is reinforcing the idea that they're paying for nothing, that they're throwing money down the drain, or that they're commoditizing the relationship. You got to be talking only about the stuff that actually adds value to the project. Like, it's exactly what Ben said. Your job is to add value, to do more than they hired you for, to convince them that there are better things they can do. And if you're talking about money, you're wasting conversation the very few minutes you have to talk to your client about the wrong thing. It's not to say you shouldn't deliver a status report on how many hours you've burned or how far along a fixed retainer they are, or however you choose to, sell your services. But don't make the conversation about the bill. Make the conversation about the value that you've added and the value that you could add in the future, and you'll find that honestly the clients you have will stick around longer and they'll be better clients. So I think those are two secrets just to retaining clients. And I think you'll find too that an existing client and Tom said this earlier in his talk, an existing client will typically give you a lot more return on your investment than a new client. So don't waste time going after new clients you don't need. Just do a really good job with the clients you have. Impress them, over-deliver, don't talk about money. Look for ones that want to partner, not ones that want to use your talent.
I think one of the things we do at Achieve too is we don't talk about a project gone bad and the money associated with that client, because all that does is give yourself a negative culture as well. You don't want to get everybody down on a particular client. You want to just get that client done and make them as happy as possible. Okay, so let's really get to it. This is my favorite part. The best idea I wish I would have known. Who would like to? What would you have done if you knew it today? What would you have done different? What is if you started your shop today? Who wants to take that? Dave, you look like you're.
Would have focused a lot more on processes early on. We did too much, preaching to the choir, but Drupal is a very complex technology. I think all of us the first year spend a lot of time figuring out the secret handshakes of Drupal, and the way to alleviate that is through good processes and systems. And if any of you are freelancing and contemplating bringing on staff and expanding and hanging your own shingle, do as much of the legwork as you can up front before you take the plunge, because when you become official, your prime time needs to be spent working with clients and managing and motivating staff, and you're certainly going to be adjusting processes down the road, but really have a foundation. And begin with the end in mind. Know why it is that you want to start a firm, or if you have an existing firm, why is it that you want to grow? What is the end game for you? So, just go in with a plan, just like I'm sure you guys preach discovery to your clients. Heed your own advice, look yourself in the mirror, and put plans on paper for your company, and it's important. And I wish we would have done more of it. We're starting to now, but early on it was something that we overlooked.
I got it all covered, man. You just, I would ask the worst idea from Mike, but that's probably teaming up with the chief, so I don't want to ask him that. How about Glenn? Glenn, you want to tell us about the worst idea you had that didn't work out for you?
There's probably a lot of those. I think the thing that, if I look back, is when I made decisions under duress. I oftentimes, as a business owner, it sucks when you're losing money. Like on a project, or you're in a situation and you're waking up, bam, 2 in the morning, you're wide awake. And that can go on for months, and it's not fun. And when you're in those situations, and sometimes you want to get out of that situation, so you make some decisions you shouldn't make. You take on a client you shouldn't take on. You knew it in your gut, you should not have taken on that client. Or you hire somebody. Somebody got grabbed up by another firm, and so you scramble. You don't want to tell the client the situation, so you scramble and you run out and you hire somebody hurriedly that you shouldn't have hired. And then later on, that person doesn't work out, and it's even a worse situation. So I look back at those situations and think, sometimes you just need to stop and listen to your heart on those situations and say, no, I don't need to grow so fast. I don't need to try to get up to this level. I'm going to grow gradually and slowly. I'm going to take on great clients and good work, and we're going to hire good people that we've thoroughly vetted to make sure they are good people.
Anybody else? Okay, so that really does, that last slide was cut out of this, so ignore it, never happened. But I think this does, it gives us about 10 more minutes and to ask questions of the panel and